What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Dubkast. This is episode 22. I welcome everyone back. I know that if you're watching this, you're thinking to yourself, man, things are looking a little bit different. Well, that is because we have upgraded. We have new battle stations, people. Everybody has a starting story, right? Where I started off on a cooler lid. I had a keyboard, a mouse, and an old TV monitor about as thick as a couch cushion. And now they're rocking lavish with 3 monitors and whatever. So we officially have kind of upgraded our battle station. You might be seeing some different views. But before we get too far into this, guys, I am Trent, otherwise known as Dirty Assault, joined by my one and only co-host, that is Jeremy. Jeremy, introduce yourself.
Yo, you guys know who it is. It's Toxic Jedi, baby.
That's right. And guys, again, if you are watching this, behind him is a perfect explanation of who that guy is. Rocking the Star Wars gear all around, and it is just very fitting. But we welcome you guys back. Happy New Year. You guys are listening to this on the 31st. We're recording this on the 29th. So we just want to wish you guys a very happy New Year. Guys, be safe out there. But we are excited to head into 2022. So let this be that episode for you. So diving in, Dubcast fans, it has been a long year, but it doesn't really feel like it's been a long year, right? We started in March. Those of you that have stayed with us have experienced almost a full year, right? We're just going to be 3 months short
Yeah, just shy.
of a fiscal year for us, but for the end of this year, I feel like we've had some great things that we've accomplished. One of those things being sitting down and having conversations with streamers and learning more about the community that we enjoy being involved with. Last episode, Jeremy, you were gone because you were moving, and thus the new battle station. I didn't move. I simply turned my camera around so that you guys could see some of the cool stuff behind me. But you know, we've sat down with Native Santa, and that was who was in the last episode, and many guys like him that just enjoy a fun, competitive first-person shooter, or not even just that. We've sat with guys like Fire Dinosaur that enjoy Rocket League, or guys like uh gosh, now I'm blanking.
Drawing blanks.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting here trying to think of our good buddy David's Costi
Oh,
Cobra.
Costa
Gosh,
Cobra.
that
Yeah.
enjoy the thrill behind games like Final Fantasy and that competitive nature, where it's a cohesive unit of people tackling one goal, and destiny as well, right? And not only that, but we've also got to tap into the news and just things that are going on around the gaming industry, and checking into some of that stuff and sharing it with you so that you go on throughout your week with maybe some new information. So I just, quick recap. I want to appreciate everybody that has joined us on this journey. We have learned a lot from you and look forward to a new year where we can continue to grow. But that's enough of the goody stuff or what have you. Let's get into some of these games. The month of December was kind of tailing off from some big releases, right? Halo being the biggest release in December. Granted, I know that it dropped in November, but the actual multiplayer dropping in December was, big news. But there's
Yeah.
another game that kind of slipped into the cracks, and it kind of threw me off guard. I know that there was definitely a following for this game. This was a game in which kind of dabbled in probably some areas where the communities that are interested in games of its kind, but for me, it was completely something new. And I didn't know about it until I was on TikTok and seeing people play it. But this game is called Ready or Not. Again, you guys might be familiar with this, but Ready or Not is a simulation type game, but not like your typical simulation, right? It's not going to be like a flight simulator or a or an off-road trucker simulation, semi,
Yeah.
whatever. This is a simulation type game in that you can team up with a group of friends and simulate yourself as a officer of like a SWAT team, and you're going in and you're making these decisions based on the things that are happening around you. Granted, you can go in with the mindset that this is going to be a hot situation, right? Kick down doors and guns ablazing. Or you can go into it with a controlled mindset that we're going to arrest these guys and we're going to have the least amount of casualties as possible. It kind of takes you down this road where you as a player has to learn in each scenario what will be the best possible strategy for the outcome. So a little bit of thinking on the player's end and gravitating towards different scenarios. You're gonna learn as you go, and you know so on and so forth. But Jeremy, you actually got to dive into this game, so I would love it if you kind of take the helm on this one and kind of explain what it was like playing. There was hype around this game, but you actually dove into it with a group of people and got to check it out and got to play it firsthand, and just kind of like what your initial thoughts were and what you kind of felt about the mechanics and stuff of like that.
Yeah, so initially, I mean, the game is beautiful up front and it plays phenomenally. I mean, if you're someone who's really into the Rainbow Six Siege mechanics, this is perfect for you. Uh it's very tactical and honestly, it just feels at random because just like you said, you don't know if it's a hot situation. You don't know if it's going to be more civilians rather than your hostages versus enemies, you know? And man, the you never know what the enemy's packing either. I mean, we were running a system. I was playing. It's 4-player co-op, and we were running it to where we'd have one. We'd stack up on the door. Two people dive in, and they kind of split left and right and cover the zones. Well, if one guy falters, the whole team will go down like instantly.
Kind of
It's
a
pretty bad.
situation where it starts a chain reaction and you just kind of have to go with it. Like
Yeah,
there's no backing out of this. It's okay, guys, we got to change in the moment what our strategy is, kind of.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and I mean, there's just so many different variables. I mean, they have so you can kick the door, you can peek the door, or you can just flat out open the door. But if you're not careful, some doors are rigged with bombs, some doors are rigged with flashbangs, all kinds of stuff. I mean, constantly we had one guy who was just having fun kicking in doors and he would always like trigger the bomb and die. Always. And then when I first started, I didn't have a gas mask equipped. So every time one of our guys was throwing a gas in a room to kind of detain whoever was in it, I would get poisoned from it. I mean,
So so is
it's
that a situation in that everybody kind of earns new gear, or is that like everybody kind of has access to the same items going into it?
yeah. So as soon as you turn on the game, you have access to everything, every piece of equipment, every gun, every attachment. I will say that's probably the downside of it is there's no real customization. I mean, you can throw on an insane amount of attachments, but I mean, that's all you get. You know what I mean?
Right.
I will say the game is in super early development, so hopefully they look into that stuff and kind of add. But yeah, I mean the game's phenomenal. I was having fun just running in. Another thing is you have commands where you can be like, hey, hit the ground, put your hands up, you know? And some people will get down, but as soon as you look away, they draw a gun and just blast you.
Mm. So
I've
there's no just sitting back, just letting it happen, and it'll all work out. Like there's definitely no. You need to watch this guy, and we can't just move on. Like
right,
something shady could happen if we aren't taking every scenario serious.
right. And I mean, so I have not done a bomb threat yet. That is the only one I haven't done.
Mm.
And I'm absolutely terrified to do it, to be honest. Because I like to play it real slow and I hit every room super slow. See how he's like commanding him to get down and he's watching him? When you do that, they're more than likely not going to pull a gun. But if you were to not look down your sight, that dude's whipping out a gun on you so fast. And the AI in this game, I've had a hit or miss. Like friendly AIs kind of are on the trash side, but the enemy AIs, man, I've had them. I'll barely peek the door, and someone just shoves a shotgun right through it and blows my face off before I can even think.
So it looks like you got training exercises you can go through as well to prepare a team.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, you're kind of you'll learn the movements and the peek your corners and this and that. It's a really fun game. I really enjoy it. I just fear because it doesn't have a lot of customization that it will kind of falter. It'll die off quickly.
Yeah, that was my next question is, longevity wise, where do you see a game like this? Because we've all played them, games that for the first week, 2 weeks, maybe even a month seem so intricate. There's so many tiny things that you got to learn. And so you get engrossed into that game and you get a good group of people to play with you. But dude, we've had situations like that before where we thought we were going to be so invested into a game and it just falls off. Like that drive to constantly want to play it and it just kind of dies off. So I see that with this game. Again, the community has an overwhelmingly positive support for this game. So I think that this could easily be something that is tweaked and updated and continuously adding new things to potentially make it something that people want to go back to.
Yeah,
What that is, I don't know. New arenas, new buildings, whatever, new scenarios in
yeah,
general that will probably bring people in. I would kind of this might be a stretch. I would compare it to a game like Phasmophobia, right? You go in, you really need to learn, okay, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this, and then I might be able to discover the ghost. Or I
yeah,
don't want to do this because it could tick a ghost off. It seems like a far stretch, but every single every single like different map or whatever scenario that you go into
yeah,
is different, but it's the same in the same breath. So after a while, we kind of get burnt out on it, but they're fun games to go back to. That's what I see with a game like this, but I'd be interested to see where they take this. But look, the game dropped on December 17th. So for the amount of positivity that it's getting, I've heard a lot of great things about, like you were saying, the AI and um just in general the mechanics of the game
yeah,
are very good and responsive to a point where it doesn't feel clunky. And that's one thing that if you can get that under control, that's a great foundation, right? Because that's one of the biggest reasons why games have fall offs like that.
yeah.
You look
Well,
at
and
a
I'll tell you what, like the fact that it says it's a beta form,
mhm.
this is actually respectable because
Yeah,
it's a solid game that plays well. And the
Yeah.
only thing that's like beta about it is the fact that they haven't added content. But that makes complete sense for saying that it's a beta.
Yeah. So my question is, and this is a stretch. I know, guys, I know. What if down the road they have a cops and robbers game mode? That sounds like that would be fun. Where like you're like, I don't know, man, I might be pulling something out. But
Yeah.
I almost see that becoming team deathmatch, but it'd be interesting. I
Yeah.
guess in my mind,
Just from
maybe.
playing it, I don't think that'll happen. Because
Okay,
there's like no sprinting, no nothing. So
Rainbow Six style.
yeah, like you're gonna be when you engage someone, you're stuck. In Siege, if you're engaging someone and it doesn't go your way, well, you can just run around the damn house and flank them.
Yeah.
But in this one, you're gonna be like, all right, it's time to back up, pull out my Glock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't see him doing a team deathmatch, but I mean the possibilities are endless. Who knows?
Yeah, they'll probably keep it more in the lane that it's in terms
Yeah,
of team-based game versus AI, but one can hope.
yeah. Honestly, dude, if they just made it to like a leveling system where, so they've already done it to where when you do these levels, you get ranked. So when you finish it, it gives you all the points. And if you shot someone before they pulled a gun, that's like I think they label as like on unlawful use of lethal force because they didn't have the gun out yet. Or if you
Right.
shoot them in the back, that's a problem. Like they actually grade you on it. I mean, I can tell you right now, I go straight C's all day.
You're just
if,
popping shots.
if I see a handle, dude, it's done. I'm sorry. And
Well, cool.
some guys like you can pepper spray or gas grenade, you can tase them. I
Wow.
don't know.
So they have a lot of tools for the job, a lot of
Yeah,
just a lot of equipment that you can utilize in different manners too.
yeah, it's very diverse. Like right now, I just strictly run with the gas mask because the crew I run with just loves their gas grenades. But I would love to see the breach guy have a riot shield, but you can't have a gas mask and a riot shield. You know what I
Mm.
mean? You can only have one piece of equipment, so they try to maneuver you that way.
Their way of kind of forcing you to go one way or the other.
Yeah, but imagine if you start as a like level one, the only thing you had was an M4 with no attachments. I think it'd be super simple just to you know complete a level. Okay, well now you have a red dot. All right, well now you have suppressor. You know what I mean? Like just build up like that.
Add some amount of incentive to what you're
Yeah.
trying to accomplish. Are you a shield guy? Okay, well, what are some ways that we could benefit you picking that particular class? Are you a shotgun guy? Are you a breacher? Are you a sniper? I don't know if that's even a thing, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so, whatever. So, do you use non-lethals? Yeah, I'm an expert in non-lethals.
Oh, I love the
Bean,
beanbag gun.
yeah, yeah. I see the direction you're going with that, and I like that. I think that is
Yeah.
something that would add some, because that rank is not enough for people anymore, and that's where I see people falling off. Is rank would be fun, but what is my incentive to that rank?
Yeah.
Just bragging rights that only gets you so far.
Right. I mean, if someone's like, dude, I got S tier on gas station, I'd be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like, I'm really not too concerned on getting an S tier. I just like completing the level. You know what I mean? I think
Mm.
that's the fun part.
Well, cool. I look forward to checking out more into this game. Maybe eventually I'll pull the trigger. For anybody curious right now, this is a $40 game. If you would like to support this game further than just that, believe me, there are more ways that you can invest your money into it. And that is with the, let's see here, that is with the supporters edition. And so that is going to be $114 with it at a 5% discount. And then there's a couple things that are going to come with that. So you get the full game, you get the FBI hostage rescue team player model. You're going to get the HRT Coyote uniform variant, the HRT multicam uniform variant, the FBI CBRN gas mask headwear, the FBI Defender tactical shield, the Entryman 590A shotgun, and the PF9C G19 pistol. So they are going to give you some access to some different weapons. They're going to give you access to cooler looking gear, and then some access to variations of that kind of stuff as well. So maybe that's a tell for kind of some of the stuff that we were talking about.
Yeah.
With where they might go with this is looking cool, some aesthetically pleasing content drop. But for people that are just wanting to support the game and those people, $114. But there's that $40 option. And then all that DLC, if you want to purchase it after, is $80. So there is that. And this is brought to you by Void Interactive. That is the company that developed and published this game. So
yeah, definitely small town.
Keep that on your radar. It is a game that, again, I've fourth time saying it, overwhelmingly positive. People aren't disappointed in the game. It's got a good community build up right now.
Yeah. Hold on just 2 seconds. Fair warning. You can kill someone with the beanbag gun. Just be careful of that.
Don't shoot him in the head.
Multiple times. Also, don't do that. And also, if you have them zip tied, don't pepper spray them because you will get points deducted. So,
well, now we know that. We know what you do with the beanbag gun.
Yeah, I scared the hell out of me. I was playing the meth house. She came around the corner because we were on the outside portion, and I just whipped it out and just bam, just right off the line, and just clothesline.
No games.
Yeah,
bro, I ain't playing no games.
Well, it was a beanbag gun anyway. Screw it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, nope.
Just popped her in the knee. Bah, bah.
No, it was a headshot.
Okay, straight up. So, Call of Duty, I talked about it last episode. My main concern is just how long Warzone's been out, the amount of time that's went into this billion-dollar company developing the game in general. And man, it's got me throwing my hands in the air because dev airs are just at a constant right now. Currently, right now, I'm dev airing like 3 times before I can get to a match on average.
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
I'm crashing in the middle of games constantly. And I thought maybe it was just me. But the problem is all across the board, and there's a lot of people that are just simply saying, we're just not going to play it. The community is very much against these changes. Not necessarily the changes, just how bad and how, I don't know, it just has not been a smooth transition from Verdansk to Caldera. And it's sad. It's sad because I love the new map. I love the new content, the skins and the weapons. I actually really enjoy it. I thought I was going to be a hater because of World War II guns, and I'm actually really enjoying the game. Separate from Vanguard, just Warzone is what I'm talking about. But there's so many bugs, and they just continue. It started with the audio being terrible. You couldn't talk to people. Again, something us PC players benefited from because we could have Discord or Xbox parties.
Yeah.
I say PC people, but PlayStation could have a PlayStation party. In-game chat, terrible.
Cross-platform chat.
Cross-platform chat, terrible. Right. But I just gotta, I just wonder, when does it get fixed? And maybe that's the question that, we just leave it at that. But I had to bring it up because it's sad that a company this big is struggling this hard. And the anti cheat is active. I don't know how well that's doing. I haven't heard too much either way. Haven't really looked too far into it because it's like hard to worry about hackers when you're worrying about if you're going to even be able to play in the game to begin with.
Yeah.
So there was some issues with some people saying too many dev errors. Please reinstall the game. Delete, reinstall the game. Try
What?
again. Yeah, I had a buddy that happened to him. He's
Dude,
like,
I
no,
wouldn't even reinstall
no. He
it.
said, screw that. He just kept trying it, and on the sixth try, it finally worked. I had issues where I tried playing, and then it said install instead of play, and so I went and opened up my Warzone app instead, and then it let me play because it takes you to that same menu. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. And then I was able to get into Warzone. It's just, or I said Warzone. I meant Modern Warfare app. I clicked on that and then it took me. So I don't really know what the answer is. I just hope that they fix it because it's been good when it's good. The unfortunate part is it's bad a lot, at least from my end and a lot of other people's ends. But what are you gonna do? All we can do is really sit back.
Sadly, I don't even respect the company anymore, dude. I mean, how long did we wait? We kept asking and asking and asking for a new map. Then they give us some bull crap map. It was the same map, just rewinded like what, 30 years? So they changed like looks.
Yeah.
That was stupid. And then they finally drop like a cool map that everyone likes. And now their game's broken. But it's the same game. It's
Well,
like it plays exactly the same.
yeah, it's been that trend. It really started with Verdansk, and it was great. I mean, Verdansk was good for a long time,
Yeah.
and then we wanted something different, a new map, and then they're like, "Oh, it's coming," and then it was Rebirth, and Rebirth was cool. If I'm being honest, I love Rebirth. I mean,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that really love Rebirth, but it wasn't what we were expecting. But it was a good change, so I took it for what it was worth. And then, like you said, then they went back in time. It was kind of cool, still the same. This new map seems great. I love it. Some people don't. There's issues right now, even with the skin. There's like the level 100 skin right now. Whenever you use it, it's like invisible at a certain distance. You can only see like the mask. The rest of your
Oh,
body's
jeez.
invisible. So it's just like,
How does this even keep happening?
I would have a little bit more sympathy if it was a smaller studio, but it just seems like, I don't know.
Well, so Warzone itself has been going on for 3 games now.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare, Cold War, Vanguard. They should have this ace down. I mean, look at their competitors like Apex. Apex has got their stuff figured out, and they've had it figured out for a very long time. And they had every option to keep Verdansk around because look at their competition also. Every time they launch a new map, all they do is they add it to a cycle. So for instance, how it would work is when you launched, solo Warzone, you have a selection of maps you could randomly be dropped into. Like, why wouldn't they just do that? They just confine you to their little map, or not little. It's not little. It's actually the new map's really cool, I think. But
And I love that they did Resurgence. They took away to do the Rebirth style on the
yeah,
map, which I love.
right. Yeah, and I mean, they could have just kept everything on a cycle. But speaking on their anti-cheat that you were talking about, I have been following that because I was curious. I'm glad that they did something, but the deal that they did only solves the aimbot, not the invisibility.
Mhm.
Because so what they did for the anti-cheat is their system puts random dummies out there and if you kind of just lock on it and beam on it, it will flag you, saying, "Hey, this guy might be cheating." And if you kill enough of those or shoot enough of those dummies, it'll ban you.
Mm,
But what does that do for the dudes that go invisible? Because they're not just beaming random things, you know what I mean?
yeah.
They're just following the circle. And I haven't heard like any response to that.
Yeah, I mean, this was from December 22nd, so we're dating back. But even there's a big streamer, Huskers. He revealed his top 10 list of things that he hated. He's like, the cars are bad, which some of this stuff, they've been coming up with patch notes to fix, so some of it's been a little bit better. But um, deady everywhere still. So planes are OP,
Yeah.
which if you know how to use a plane, people are terrible with them. I mean, not they aren't terrible; they're great, but it's a terrible time for you. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Audio is terrible, which yeah, we had so many. Invisible skins, loadout locked till second zone. I love that though. I'm not gonna say that's terrible. I get it, but the only reason it's bad for big people, big streamers, is because they want to be able to hit certain kill goals, and they can't do that because they can't get to their loadout in the first ring. So I do think that I enjoy that because it creates a skill gap to where it's like, look, you're gonna have to survive with what you find on the ground for the first ring.
Yeah.
Got no problem with that. I enjoy it. Uh, Personally, I was a fan of Blackout. I enjoyed that PUBG style of survival where there's no gulag. You can get bought back, but you're gonna have to survive with what you got.
Yeah.
I even like to take it a step further. Well, Blackout did have that where you are finding attachments and stuff on the ground, dude. Oh man,
Yeah.
when I used to play PUBG, a 10 times scope on my gun or a 3 times scope, or I think it was a 12 times, but you're like, oh my god, dude, I'm OP. Done.
Yeah.
There's no messing with me. Be like, you felt so great to have something like that.
Yeah.
And they've changed that, and so I like that. I liked it. Well, I like it's not in that same regard, but the lockout until second zone,
Yeah.
respawning with loadout and perks. Um, I don't think that that's a bad thing.
Yeah. That kind of just seems like now we're talking about skill gap.
Yeah, well, okay. I don't like that, but I do like that because I can tell you I do hate coming back from the gulag with a pistol, but you did die. So you should have to grind to find some stuff again. Welcome back.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
coming back fresh. So I do enjoy because there's nothing I hate more than somebody landing in and just dropping me with like some gun that they brought from the gulag. I don't know. I do understand that one. You know, I guess they're kind of taking away that freebie. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
gulag freebie.
Yeah.
Apply all plates is bugged. Sliding down incline bug still and bloom still exists. So, I mean, that was a message from Huskers. And, there's so many people that stream this game that have voiced their concerns for stuff that just rocks are hard to climb. That's part of, I think, the map, though, is
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody's going to be a famous rock climber with all their gear. So, I guess I
Warzone's
can let,
always been that problem though.
yeah, but I don't want to spend too much time on that. That's just something that I seen, and hopefully we fix it. We can stop talking about it. Guys, if you guys have any questions, shoot some questions in. If you guys got some statements, reasons why you think that this is going bad, reasons why you think they're justified, whatever, send it into us. Let's talk about this because I want to know more, but as of right now, it just seems like with as many issues as there are, come on. Come on, you're a AAA. Come
Yeah,
on.
it's
But
no
speaking of
excuse.
yeah, speaking of AAAs, another game I wanted to talk about. And I'm sorry, we've been talking about like the same 3 games the last 2 months, and it's just because when you have 3 AAA games, well, even more than 2 months, drop, that's what you have to talk about, right? I mean, these are the pinnacle points. But Battlefield, how are you feeling about this, Jeremy? Is it better now after launch? Like, since we're like over a month after launch, do you feel the game's gotten better? Have updates fixed some of the problems that you've had? Or generally, like, how are you just feeling about this game now? Do you still have the same hate? We were real frustrated at first. Curious on your thoughts.
So I am split. They have fixed like the glitches that I was running into. So these past few days that we've been playing, I haven't had a single glitch. What I'm struggling with now is what my glitch was hiding me from, and it's just the overwhelming chaos. I mean, I don't know. They literally like promoted it as that. So it's not like it's out of the blue. But man, like there used to be like this controlled factor in Battlefield that there's so many people and it was kind of, hit this line and push this line, drive it, and that's how you win.
Hmm.
And in this new Battlefield, I mean, I can't just help but get shot in the back every time I spawn. And I
Yes,
mean, switching guns
the
don't even save you.
64v64 thing. I know what they were trying to accomplish, but man, it just feels, yeah, like you said, overwhelming. It's too much.
Yeah. Yeah, the tornadoes are fine. Keep the tornadoes. Maybe just bring them the count.
To your point, with that's where I feel like the game has been saved with Portal, because Portal has brought in 2042 Rush. It's
Yep.
they got the team deathmatch, but they've had snipers versus knives. They've brought in the smaller scale battles that are, to me, more fun to hop into.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know what? Honestly, you're exactly right. Like those few team death matches that we were playing were a lot of fun. Those rush matches were a lot of fun. And while we were playing those, the tanks weren't overpowered. There was like a straight line where it's like, hey, blow that thing up. It doesn't have like a regalia of 5 of them sticking together. So
Well, to that, I think that people are starting to get more comfortable with aerial, the jets, the helicopters, the little bird, you know, people are getting good with those. And people are getting good with land vehicles as well, but that competitive nature is definitely coming out. I'm seeing more and more people just crazy good with the vehicles, and people are just learning. Look, you're gonna have to travel with an RPG, or you're gonna have it on the ready and be ready to take out those big, you know, oppressors, if you
yeah,
will, when they show up. Because if you don't, it's gonna be a bad day for you.
yeah,
But one that you know that and that plays into where I think the game just needs to be understood, is that the game, if you can grind out these weapons and get the attachments for them and really level them up and get your guns in a better position to be more effective, it's a lot more fun playing the game.
yeah. It
Playing the
changes
game
it.
with bare root guns is so challenging.
Yeah.
But right now, I was playing with Fire Dinosaur last night, and he is very strong on the AK. He's like, I think that's meta, you know, one of his favorite guns to use. And I started playing with it, and I was putting people down. I'm like, yo, okay, I know you enjoy the AK.
Yeah, the AK-24.
Yeah, and I was playing with the LMG, and I was really enjoying the LMG, and I'm like, man, I really kind of enjoy the AK though. So it's all about leveling up what is comfortable for you, what you feel like you're most effective with, your play style, and then playing to that. Another thing with Battlefield is just learning how to control yourself on the field to push objectives at the right time with your team. That's always been the biggest thing with like a conquest. If your team is pushing towards B and you can see that there's a frontal push on B, you might not have as much fun spawning on C and just trying to find small little battles. Sometimes it is fun to help push that line.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's my own thoughts.
No, I mean I completely agree. I honestly think that's where my problem is because I will spawn in on a different flag than a big push. And next thing you know, like it's either me or me and you, a small group, and we're just getting hit by a whole force.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that is my problem. Maybe the chaos is self-made, essentially.
There's definitely gotta have those people that do push those flags as well. I guess I just mean that sometimes it can be more fun when you have that larger group to help protect you and control some of that chaos.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean,
it's all team based too. You could have really bad teammates at that time.
yeah. Well, but what I will say about the chaos is it is so fun whenever you're laying on your belly, dude, and just like 500 shots are just rolling over you and tank blasts are going over you. When you survive it, it's a lot of fun.
Well,
But
me and you were playing, and it was so fun to just like, all right, dude, we're hiding behind a container. Let's push up to the semi truck, cover fire. Then you're covered fire. You literally see that the enemies kind of duck down because you're shooting towards them,
yeah,
and then everybody on the team is running up to your mark on the semi. Then
yep,
everybody's back there, and then you slam, put a turret down, the turret shooting, and then you move along the semi, and then cut across the road while they're distracted. That is what sells Battlefield. You don't get that on Call of Duty.
yeah. I mean,
In
yeah, that is,
Warzone, sure, you get kind of some stuff like that, but Call of Duty is a fast-paced, arcadic like shooter on the actual multiplayer, uh, team-based stuff.
yeah,
But Battlefield isn't that. It is this grand simulation style, and so I think that it's getting better. But here's the crazy part. Right now, I think somebody was telling me a stat that Battlefield 5 has more traffic right now than 2042. Whether that's true or not, I don't know.
that is sad.
But
That's the truth.
it shows how many people have gone back. And I was telling you that there was even a buddy of mine that was logging into Battlefield 1. I'm like, bro, what are
Yeah.
you doing logging in Battlefield like 2042? Come on, let's go. So, but I think it's getting better. And it's not that I necessarily think they're making some great drastic changes. I think that they're just doing what Battlefield does, fixing the problems and moving forward and just trying to better the game.
Yeah.
They're putting up some they're putting out some good game modes and featuring them that people come up with. This month or these last couple of weeks they've had that elves one, candy
Yeah.
canes or knives.
It's kind of like infected, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. I actually didn't play it. I just seen it. I'm like, yo, what is that?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, maybe also something to take into the factor is the fact that enough time now has gone by where the hardcore fans are kind of settling in. And those are the people that you see are getting good with vehicles, pushing the teams. You know what I mean?
mhm. Well, even playing with Luke, somebody that's been very loyal to the game, it was a lot of fun playing with him because he was when I was rolling with him, we were pushing the right areas.
Yeah.
And again, I think that goes back to kind of what I was saying. So
Yeah. Maybe it's just our inexperience, to be honest.
yeah, who knows? But let's move on. We got some other stuff I want to talk about. One thing briefly before this episode, intentionally, I watched the first episode of the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you watch it yet?
No, I have not.
Yeah, you haven't,
I've
but
been
I
working on
have.
Witcher.
But I have. I know
What?
Witcher's been good too. I'm not gonna ruin anything because obviously it just came out today. But guys, go watch. Jeremy, go watch.
How long's the episode?
It's only like 45 minutes,
Really?
and it's good.
Okay.
Nah, it was good. It was a good. intro to what the show will be like, but
Yeah. I
you'll
mean,
like it. There is
it's
not like yeah.
Boba Fett, dude. He's just gonna be blowing shit up.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to give any spoilers away, so I'll just say watch it. But I want to tell you here from Dubcast, it is worth it, people. It's good. If you're a Star Wars fan, even if you're not, maybe you'll be into it. But personally, I thought that it was really cool, and they really just tie in that lore.
Oh, so okay. That'll make it way worth it.
Yeah, they really tie in the lore. So they really treat this show like a sideshow.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it at that. I don't want to ruin anything else. But like Jeremy was saying, The Witcher 2 season 2 has been great as well, guys. If you're gaming fans, does that watch it. Again, I don't want to ruin anything. But the first episode will set the tone. But we're approaching an hour. Let's dive in to some of these sales. Christmas, New Year's, 'tis the season to be jolly. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year means it means gaming sales, people. It means gaming sales.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say. And so if you head on over to Steam, there is the winter sale. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. My controller is going everywhere. The winter sale, December 22nd to January 5th at 10 a.m. Pacific. If you haven't already looked at this, PC people, just going to briefly go through some of these games that I think are well worth the grab. Coming in at no particular order, but coming in at number one, first game I see on this list, Rainbow Six Siege. Again, me and Jeremy, we've talked about it. This is a game where they have said that they want to make it a 10-year game. It has looked exactly like that. Constantly dropping new seasons, constantly dropping new characters in each season, an attacker, a defender, and just continuing to add to the game. New levels, being new maps.
Yeah.
Great game. $7.99, man.
Holy cow.
60% off, $7.99. What a steal. And if it's available, matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up for you guys. Oh, let me approve my age.
You gotta make sure you're old enough, dude. There's a lot of gun violence in that game.
Yes. Check this out, guys. The Ultimate Edition, $40, regularly $90.
Dude, that is so many operators.
So many operators.
Jeez.
I mean, that alone is so worth it. If you guys want to get into this game, now is the time to get into it, because that might even be like all of them.
Well,
Oh,
I
check
will
this
say
out. Regularly $60, bro. Oh man, I might buy this. $16.50 right. 15 cents right now. You can get oh my god. You can get Rainbow Six Vegas, Rainbow Six Vegas 2, Rainbow Six Lockdown, Rainbow Six 3, and Rainbow
oh,
Six Siege.
jeez, bro.
For
Holy cow.
$16, you can get the entire Rainbow Six collection.
Dude, I remember Vegas too. That was like
Oh,
such a clean game.
so good.
So
So
clean.
good. Oh
Dude,
man,
that's insane.
if you guys want to ever go back and like play, those games, that's a great deal.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even see that deal till now. And I'm like, I might have to pull the trigger just to
Yeah,
go back and play some of those story modes.
I will say if it's your first time ever playing Siege, buy the normal edition. You have to go through the recruit stage.
Yeah.
Because if you pick an operator and you're playing like a recruit, they will vote to kick you. At least a recruit gives you that buffer of like, all right, he's new. He's a Christmas noob.
Let him go.
Yeah. You remember Trent clutch or kick?
Yeah, no kidding.
Every time, dude.
All right, boom, boom, boom. All right, he's gone. Dang it.
Yep. Yeah.
Another big sale, Back for Blood. That's another newer game. $35.99 as opposed to $60. Again, head on over to Battle Pass, and I believe you can play it. Or actually, I don't know if they took it off.
Battle Pass.
Was it ever on the Xbox Pass
Game Pass.
or Game
Game
Pass?
Pass.
Yeah, Game
Yeah,
Pass.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's still on there.
Back for Blood, you can always hop on there, but $35.99. I'm sure you get some extra stuff with that. Don't forget, guys, go on over and claim your free mystery sticker.
Yeah.
See what you got. I claimed mine, and woohoo!
Not
All
very
right,
impressed.
yeah. Scrolling through here, Ghost Recon Wildlands is $10. That's a good grab. 7 Days to Die is only $7.49.
I snagged that.
Yeah, that's a fun little survival game. Elder Scrolls Online is $5.99. Remnant from the Ashes, I believe that's I don't know if that's newer. Yeah, 2019. It's not as new, but that one's $15.99. Regular $40 game.
Yeah.
New World is $30. Among Us is $3.74. Get that while it is cheap. It's regularly $5. I know I've seen some other really good ones on here.
Borderlands 3 is just $14.99.
Star Wars Battlefront is $3.49. Battlefront 2, old school. But
Really?
yeah, the old school Battlefront 2 is only $3. That's the 2005 one. What'd you say was you saw on sale?
Borderlands 3 is $14.99.
Oh, that's a good snag.
The Outer Worlds, which is a
Oh,
$60 game, it's $19.79.
sheesh. Counter-Strike CS:GO right now is free to play. I don't know if you ever played that. That was one I
I
played.
tried.
Yeah. It's tough.
Oh, Resident Evil 5. No, what is this? Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village, both of them for $51.99.
Yeah, Resident Evil Village is dropping this year too, not that long ago.
Yeah. Dang, dude.
Sea of Thieves right now, $20, regularly $40. Grand Theft Auto 5, they're still holding on to that. That
Hey,
one's on sale as well.
if you know anyone looking to get toxic this season, get them Rust. It's $26.79 right now.
Yeah, no kid. Gosh, I actually own Rust. I bought it when it was like stupid cheap. I think that one's got some bonus DLC type stuff. Let's see. Just kind of flipping through some of these other ones.
Oh, you're good. Forest right now is $7.99.
Yeah,
Normally 20.
Forest was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to play with friends.
Can you imagine? Because on Steam they have all the mods on there. I think we should get into like a deep survival game on PC now. Now that we can get mods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, looking at some of the action one. Outer Wilds is actually $15 right now. I had a buddy tell me that was probably one of the best games he's played. Top 10 game for sure. Not Outer Worlds, Outer Wilds. Check it out. I'm seriously considering buying it. It's got an overwhelmingly positive. It's a story-based game, a space adventure exploration style game. So Phasmophobia, we've talked about that one. $12.59 as well. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, $14.79. Great game. I almost want to buy that.
Yeah, beautiful game.
The Witcher, if you guys been hearing us talk about The Witcher, $7.99, regularly 40. That's 80% off. That is a great deal. If you've never played the Witcher series,
Yeah,
play it.
I actually bought that today. I was playing it earlier.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Metro Exodus is only $9 right now. Dang. I never
that
played
is
that.
a good. You've never played Exodus?
I bought the trilogy. No, just the two, right? Just the two games.
Yeah, Exodus is number 3.
Yeah, so I bought the old two on PlayStation, and I beat the first
Mhm.
one, and I was gonna go play the second one, but I kind of got bored
Yeah,
and didn't want to dive right into another one. I was gonna beat it and then go play Exodus, because I remember the first one, without spoiling too much, if anybody wants to do that. ends where you're on top of the tower, and then you kind of experience or see,
Yeah.
all that happen. So I'm excited. I'm might actually just buy Exodus as well as something to dive into down the road.
Yeah.
Dying Light, 11.99.
Ooh, that'd be a good one to play together.
Yeah, a couple of my friends have been playing Dying Light. Ark is only $10. I actually
Nope.
own Ark.
Nope. I'm never playing that game again, dude. I got locked in a cage way too many times.
It's so good. Sekiro Shadows Died Twice is $30. It's 50% off. That's a great game.
Beautiful.
Guardians of the Galaxy is actually 35% off at $38.99.
Really?
Valheim is $15, $5 off. Not bad though. So yeah, Payday 2 is 90% off. It's only 99 cents. I know some people that
Ah,
still play that game.
I know that when you're like a hardcore fan of Payday, you are the hardest of hardcore fans.
Right. Last couple bit of sales I'll tell you guys about. Blizzard, there's some on PlayStation, some on Xbox. I'm just gonna tell you guys about some of the ones right here in front of me on PC. Tell us what your favorite sell is. Maybe what your best buy was for this holiday that you felt like you were able to kind of clutch up. Vanguard is $38.99 right now, 35% off. Go and snag that if you haven't yet. If again, it's having problems right now, but storyline alone probably going to be worth it. Diablo 2 Resurrected is on sale, $29.99. That's 25% off. This is all on the Blizzard's side of things. Moving on from that, I also
Epic.
keep Epic open. I got EA as well. Battlefield 2042 right now is $35.99, which is 40% off. Anthem is $4.49. Yeah, good luck, guys. Again, Mass Effect Andromeda is $3.59. Stupid cheap.
That is pretty good. I enjoyed Andromeda. A lot of people did not though.
Yeah, I mean, man, actually EA has some crazy deals right now. All these games are like $1. Um, but they're old games.
Yeah.
What did you have over there on
So
yours?
on Epic, they so since like a few days before Christmas, every single day they've been dropping free game after free game after free game. Every day at 10 a.m. it resets the new free game, and they're doing it until January 1st.
Oh wow.
So I've picked up like what almost 10 games by now. I've
Mm.
been checking it every day. But man, they got the brand new Jurassic World Evolution 2 at 30% off. It's 41.99. Train Simulator World, which has a pretty big following, it's 80% off at 5.99. Uh Farming Simulator 49.99. Red Dead Redemption 2 is 29.99. Uh Grand Theft Auto Premium is 15. Let's see if it'll show. Oh no, I didn't want to launch Far Cry. I'm launching Far Cry 6. I'm gonna play it. Sorry, dude. I was
All good.
try to click on it in the store.
Yeah, I always love holiday season because you can always get some stupid good deals.
Yeah, dude. I mean, jeez. So like games like Deliver Us to the Moon. Epic has a lot of like indie games.
Mm-hmm.
It's minus 42%. It's 14.49. That's a newer one I've heard some people talk about. But honestly, like by the time you guys hear this, you're only gonna have maybe one more day or two. Go to Epic and snag those free
Epic and
games.
Steam, because Steam's going until January 5th.
Well, I'm saying like free games every day.
Oh yeah.
like snag those. Like today is Salt and Sanctuary, which is this cool like side scroller.
Hmm.
But dude, like my Epic Games library. Oh, do they have a? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96. I've gotten 96 free games off of Epic.
Wow. They've been doing it that long. I'm missing out on all this.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, obviously, those are the free games of the week mixed in there. But, when they do 10 days in a row and each day is a free game, I mean, that stuff adds up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got Dead by Daylight for free. I got Control for free. Borderlands 2, Borderlands pre-sequel for free. Uh, For the King, I got for free. Thank God, I love that game. uh, Man, like just a bunch of cool titles, like The
That's
Walking Dead.
and that's in their
Yeah,
free to play.
no, those are paid games that they gave away for free that week.
And what's that? What section would someone find that in?
So when you go to Epic, all you do is you click on their store tab and you scroll down maybe 3 clicks and it says free games.
Mm.
And
So
right,
Salt and Sanctuary is the free game right now.
yeah, and then see that unlocking in 12 hours and 35 minutes. So
Mm-hmm.
at 10 a.m. tomorrow, a new free game will be up. And they've been doing that day by day since before Christmas.
Shows you download Salt and Sanctuary.
Yeah, I mean, I always throw them in my library because you never know.
It looks like a side scroll game.
Yeah, it is. It's like a gory side scroll. It looked okay, not really my taste, but I didn't think For the King was going to be mine either. And then 2 months later, I ended up playing it. But like, I got NBA 2K21 a while back for free. Like, they drop big games.
I just added Salt and Sanctuary. See, see how great this is.
Yeah, I doubt
Uh,
I'll. Oh yeah, I even got Civ 6 for free on here.
oh wow, yeah, that's a great snag.
Battlefront 2 I have on here.
Well, cool, man. There's a lot of these games. You guys, if as you're hearing this now, or as you're hearing this over the weekend, make sure you guys are tapping into this, going and looking for these great deals and hopping on them while they're out, because nobody wants to play full price for no games. Come on now, snag them while they cheap.
Yeah, well, anymore you pay $60 for a game and you get dev errors. Hey,
He said it.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I agree. I agree, man. I agree.
Go ahead and ban me if you want. Call of Duty. My gamer tag's Dirty Assault 19. Go
Whoa, hey, no, that's me. Hey, hold on.
ahead.
Real quick, guys, before we head on out of here, again, take a look around. This is our new look for as of right now. You guys can check out some of the stuff. You see little Yoda right here. You see I got my Marvel area set up back there. That's the map of God of War, Star Wars movie poster, whatever. A lot of conversation pieces. We want to bring some of that in, let you guys see our world. But real quick, one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about, we'll talk more about this as this develops, but for some of you guys, you might have seen it. But if my cord will move out the way, this is our new custom made shirt. We're going to get Jeremy one, so he's going to be official.
Hey, there we go.
But we're hoping to eventually have this merch out for you guys. We're just kind of figuring out the details with that right now. But you guys can sport one of these as well. It's kind of hard to see, but it's got the purple lettering on it. I'll have a picture posted on our Instagram so you can see it. And yeah, so hopefully you guys will be able to have access to that. If you're just hearing me, it is the Dubkast Gaming Podcast. Wordage on a black sweater, t-shirts, pocket tees, sweaters, hoodies, whatever we decide to do, we'll have that posted so that you guys can go find a link, click on it, and order it whenever they are. So as we get some of that figured out, tell us what you guys would be interested in, what your favorite style of clothing is to sport. I can tell you we probably won't be having no polos out there, but or we probably won't have a custom made dress, but we can get you a t-shirt. So with that being said, though, I think that is going to be all we have to speak on today. If you guys want to support us, of course, our homepage is anchor.fm/Dubcast, where you can go drop a donation if you'd like to support us that way. Or one of the best ways to support us is to head on over to our page, that being YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, wherever you like to social media or watch, and drop a like, follow, subscribe, comment. That helps us in so many ways. I can't tell you enough how much we appreciate it when you guys do that. So go out there, do that. But Jeremy, if you are good.
Yeah, that was a question. All right.
We appreciate everybody for joining us today. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Dubcast. We hope that no matter what you're playing or wherever you're at playing it, we can get you one step closer to clutching that dub. Have a good week. See you guys next time.
See you guys later. Episode 22 for 2022.
That's right, baby. I didn't even think about that. That's great.
We back.
We back, baby. Y'all have a good one.